action. Scoliosis! Oh my god, I cannot believe it. Today is the last day. I want to say a huge thank you to you if you have watched all of these 12 videos. I am so incredibly proud of you for doing this, for taking the time to learn about scoliosis, the things you can do to help it, and I really do hope that you've gained some value from this. And I'm excited for today's final Scolimus. I'm going to take you through my scoliosis routine, and I'm just going to give you an idea of what your scoliosis routine could look like. Also, we have a Santa's secret word. The secret word is warrior. So that is the third and final Santa's secret word. So write that one down. And if you want to enter the competition, you have until the 3rd of January to enter. So email me or DM me on social media. Please don't comment the 3 words down below because someone else is going to see them and then they'll just know the answers to the competition. So you're just giving the answers away if you comment it, but you know, you're welcome to comment any questions or thoughts, of course. The winner gets a private call with me, a free month to my Feel Good Scoliosis membership, and a bag of ScoliProp, including 2 Myofascial release balls, the rice bags, and a workout band. So it could be you winning this. Just tell me those 3 words. Let's talk about a scoliosis routine and what that is. So when I first went to see a shot therapist a couple of years ago, she gave me some exercises to do and told me that I have to do them for 40 minutes every single day if I want to see any improvements, and I have to do this for like 2 months straight, you know, before I get any results. And I just thought, I did it for like literally 3 days, and I'm like, I can't do 40 minutes of these exercises every day. And looking back at that, it's not a good way to help people. When it comes to building a scoliosis routine, when it comes to making these little habits, little scoliosis habits in your day, you really need to start small and then build on that. So my scoliosis routine now, it changes. Like some days it will be 40 minutes long and some days it's 2 minutes long. And it's finding your routine, finding your way of looking after your scoliosis that works for you in a time frame that works for you. So there's no right or wrong. It's just trying to do something. My scoliosis routine is a combination of just scoliosis corrective exercises that I love, that make me feel good, and then I really do see the results afterwards, and I've seen the results with my clients as well. So I'm just going to take you through my routine, give you an idea of the stuff that you could do, but of course you're going to want to do this specific for your curve. There are some exercises that would do like any curve can do, but I'm gonna prop it and do things obviously for my curve, but you can follow along, try and prop for your curve, and let's just do a little scoliosis routine together. I'll take you through the long version of my routine, but it can definitely be a lot shorter than what we're going to do as well. So first thing we're going to do is some myofascial release. If you do have a firm ball, we're going to grab that and come and start rolling our concave areas. So if you have a wall and a ball, you can start to roll the concave areas. If you don't know your concave or convex, don't worry about it. Just start to roll the spine, give your spine a little bit of a massage. And if you don't have a ball, you can just follow along, watch what it is that I'm doing. And I'll explain why I'm doing this. Why am I rolling the concave areas specifically? Because I'm about to come down and do my scoliosis correctives, where the goal is to open and expand into the concavities. When you roll the ball first, it's kind of like warming up, priming the concavities for that expansion, because the ball is going to send blood to the muscles in that area. It's going to connect your brain to that part of your body, because it tends to be quite a the numb side of your scoliosis, not for everyone, but it can be hard to connect with that part of your body. So the ball rolling on that side is just, it just feels good. It feels really good. I like to get in along like the ribs and the muscle down along the spine. So I spend a couple of minutes doing that. I get both of my concave areas because I have thoracic and lumbar. And yeah, I wouldn't roll the convex sides before corrective exercises because the convex sides are already opened up and expanded. We don't want to warm those areas up. We don't want to send blood to those muscles and wake those areas up, because we actually want the convex sides to not be as active and stay out of the game when we're doing our scoliosis correctives. So now I've just moved the ball down and I'm rolling my glute medius. That's the muscle to the side of your hip. Just another little warm up. Just getting the muscles, getting the body primed for some derotation, some correctives. So I'm kind of just blasting through this now, but if I was doing this and not filming this, I could spend 5 or 10 minutes doing this. And when I'm doing this on my own, I'm listening to a podcast or listening to music or something and just trying to make this experience, like it's me time, you know? And you've got to look at it like that as well. You've got to look at this as time to yourself to look after your scoliosis. Enjoy a podcast, enjoy, you know, put the TV on in the background or something, but just like make it some you time and start to look at it like that in a positive way, instead of being like, oh, like I have to do my scoliosis corrective. So you could be like, yes, I get to look after myself for the next half an hour. So after I've done myofascial release, then I come on to some elongation. So for the sake of having this nice big wall here, I'm going to do V-arms up the wall. So I showed this yesterday, where we have feet shoulder width apart, arms go up the wall, and we elongate the spine as much as possible, reaching the crown of the head up to the ceiling, squeezing the tummy muscles and not letting the ribs flare. So you're welcome to join in, and we'll get 5 big deep breaths. Getting a big inhale, reaching the fingertips up towards the ceiling, and exhale, keeping the elongation. Big inhale and exhale. Big inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more big inhale. Can you get that extra millimeter of length? And then gently coming down. So I just love to get some elongation before coming into the derotational supine stuff that I'm going to be doing now. If you do have some props and you want to follow along, I would grab your props or some folded up pillowcases. We're going to lie down onto the ground and we're going to prop our convexities. And if you don't know your convex and concave, you can still lie down and just follow along with the breathing, but don't prop if you're not sure where your convex sides are, because if you prop your concave sides and then do the breathing that we're about to do, it can actually push you more into your scoliosis, more into your rotation. So you really need to be sure, and that's why speaking to a scoliosis specialist is so important, so you can understand exactly what your curve is doing. So I love to prop my convexities, come and lie down to the ground, and as we know through a couple of days ago, when we prop the convexities, it pushes the convexities up and it pulls the concavities down towards the ground. We're lying here keeping the natural curve of the lumbar spine. You can take your hands to your belly. Just take a moment to close your eyes and check in with how your body is feeling today, how your spine feels as it's lying down on the mat. And then we're going to do those 5 big deep breaths again. And I want you to think about expansion breathing. So as you inhale, you open and expand. And as you exhale, try and keep the expansion. So don't let everything collapse as you exhale. So it's like you're blowing up a balloon. So we're going to get a big inhale. And then exhale. Try and keep the expansion. And if you do know where your concave sides are, close your eyes and picture the air going into those areas. Getting a big inhale and exhale. Big inhale and exhale. Nice, slow, big deep breath in and out. Big deep breath in and out. And this is a great way to help with the derotation of your scoliosis. Once you feel derotated, you can add a little bit of core exercises into it, especially if you're feeling energetic. You want to spice things up a little bit. So this is where I like to try and hold my concave sides nice and open and expanded, and then taking the hands to the knees, knees to the hands, and pushing, squeezing the tummy muscles, and then coming back to those breaths. Remember how we did it the other day with the inhales and then the forceful exhale? That is a great thing to do in this position. This makes this really difficult. Go 3, 2, and 1. So I would tend to lie here for, it depends how much time I have in the day, to be honest, but I could lie here and breathe for 10-15 minutes, or be here for literally like 3 minutes. But just propping and lying down and breathing, so simple but so beneficial for your scoliosis. Next, what we're going to do is a side lying. So the side lying corrective, again, we did cover this a couple of days ago. And if you do want to know all this stuff in more detail for how to prop for different curve types, I do have it included in my membership. There's modules about how to set up for this for different curve types. So if I'm lying on my left, I'm right thoracic, left lumbar, I'm propping underneath my concave sides. So if you come and lie onto your side, again, if you don't know your concave and convex, you could just lie onto your side and just breathe. Just come along for the journey, just so you can get an idea of what a scoliosis routine could look like. I have my leg extended out here with my bottom leg bent because I know that this hip is higher. So you might be best just having both of your feet out like this, because I don't know what your hips are doing. And everyone's scoliosis curve is different. So, but for the sake of mine, I'm just going to bend this bottom knee. So in this position, again, we can do those 5 nice big deep breaths. You can close your eyes, picture your concavities, picture your spine elongating, getting those big inhales, expanding, and then exhaling, keeping the expansion. Inhaling, expand, exhale, keeping the expansion. And it's so nice to just lie here, keep getting those big deep breaths. And sometimes I'll make this active by doing some like the leg raises like we did a couple of days ago. But also you could just lie here and watch TV. Like I've done this before, like I'll watch something on my laptop and just chilling out in this position especially when you know where to prop, because it's such a great way to just let the concave sides decompress. We'll get one more big deep breath on this side. And then we'll flip over to the other side. I am kind of rushing through this a little bit. I would definitely usually spend more time here, but I just really want you to get an understanding of the kind of routine, the kind of things that I personally do and love. And propping on this side is different. My convex side is at a different area, and yours might be as well. Same thing, you can extend the legs out. I definitely recommend having a block or something for your head, just so you don't let the neck collapse down towards the ground. And then getting those big deep breaths again. Just letting your eyes close, meditating into it, picturing your scoliosis, just imagining it getting longer, derotating, breathing. You can keep getting those nice big inhales, thinking of your concave areas. If you know where they are, just trying to open and expand those areas with your breath as much as possible. And we'll get 3 more nice big inhales. Inhaling in and out. Inhaling in and out. 1 more nice big deep breath in and out. Good. Again, I would usually spend longer in this position and just hang out there, watch TV, listen to a podcast, just breathe. And again, just a great way to elongate, decompress, and de-rotate the scoliosis. Then I like to do a child's pose or a puppy pose. So coming into this position, just getting some elongation. You're welcome to join. Whilst I'm down on the mat, just a nice way to get some traction again, getting some elongation, breathing into the back of the ribs. Imagining those concave areas opening up. And then coming back up. I'll show you one more scoliosis corrective that I love doing as well, that I usually sneak into the end of my routine. So this one is a little bit more advanced, but it is a great way to lengthen diagonally through the concave areas. And then reaching up here, extending my leg out, coming into my Schroth hand, and holding this position. And I'm elongating all the way diagonally, opening up into the concave area here and the concave area here. So I would come into that position, hold, getting those 5 big and deep breaths, focusing on that expansion breathing, focusing on opening into the concavities as much as possible. And that's the long version of my personal scoliosis routine. Sometimes it changes. There are other corrective exercises that I'll throw in there, or like sometimes I'll just do different things just to mix it up a little bit, but I just find that those exercises work really well for me and my scoliosis type to be specific. For you, I definitely recommend speaking to a scoliosis specialist. These exercises are derived from the Schroth method. I also add in like the yoga for scoliosis and like a little bit of fitness and strengthening into it as well, but the basis is the Schroth method. So I recommend finding a local Schroth therapist or working with a scoliosis specialist online, finding a couple of exercises that you like, that you enjoy, that feels good for you, and sticking to those exercises and being consistent with them. You don't need like 100 million different scoliosis corrective exercises. It is better to focus on quality over quantity. And I do, like I say, mostly the same ones every time. And I've been doing this for years. And it just like, you just get into the rhythm, you get into the routine, and every time you do it, it gets better. The first time you do it, it's going to be uncomfortable. You're not going to feel it, you know, you might, but a lot of people just like really struggle to feel it at first, and that is totally normal if that is you. So don't worry about it, but just try and stay consistent and try and find exercises that you enjoy doing, because like I said, when that Schroth therapist gave me 40 minutes of exercises to do, and I hated all of them, and I was like, I can't do this for 40 minutes every day. It was just impossible. So I recommend just finding like 1 or 2 that you like doing, and start small. Start with 2 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, and then build up from there. Don't just go like, I'm gonna do 40 minutes every single day, and it's really hard to stick to that after a couple of days. So just be kind to yourself and be patient to yourself. But developing a scoliosis routine really is one of the best ways to stop the progression, reduce pain, and maybe even reduce your calf angle. This is how we help our scoliosis, and it really is so beneficial. It has helped me in so many ways. It has helped my clients in so many ways. I really do recommend prioritizing your scoliosis, your spine health. It's going to make such a huge difference to your life, your spine, the way that you look, the way that you feel, mentally as well. Like it really has helped me reduce my anxiety, reduce depression, reduce all of those really nasty side effects of scoliosis, because once you start getting into your routine, you're like, hey, like I'm doing something to help it. I can help it, you can help it, we can help it. Anyway, that's going to be the Scolimus 2023. Thank you so much for taking part in this. I just really hope that you found value in this, that you've learned something, that you've managed to help your scoliosis in some way. Let me know in the comments what is one thing you've learned, what is one thing that you've really loved about this, because I really do want your feedback, and I can do more. I can do more of these little YouTube series. They're fun, and I would love to hear your feedback on that and know what you want. What did I miss? What do you want to know? Remember to enter the competition if you know those 3 words. I'm wishing you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. 2024 is going to be our best year yet for our scoliosis. I'll see you soon.